How's it going, everybody? So today I wanted to show you a little bit of my grocery haul because I think it says a lot about the things that I value in nutrition, and I do try to think about like the foods I choose. I think some people lean really hard into if it fits your macros, and they don't really concern themselves with things like micronutrition. But I think especially as an enhanced bodybuilder, it becomes really important to pay attention to macros. One, due to the higher demand of having a larger body, having a larger workload as well, and then also due to the negative effects that can come along with PEDs. That in particular, you'll notice I'm very big on higher fruit and vegetable intakes because of the data and my anecdotal experience of them improving health markers and showing that higher fruit and vegetable intakes offset some of the potential negatives of higher meat intakes. And that's generally based on epidemiological research. It seems to be there's more and more mounting evidence that things like lean red meats, whole eggs, when consumed, don't really have too much negative health outcomes and come with a lot of micronutrition as well. Now, when we're talking red meat, we're talking lean red meat. So right here I have eye of round. So I picked out about 6 pounds of eye of round. I also picked up 8812 ground beef. And I usually actually drain off the fat from this. So when you heat up saturated fat, it usually becomes liquid, and I actually drain most of that off. I do consume a little bit of saturated fat, but because my hormones are exogenous, it probably doesn't make a lot of sense for me, or there isn't really a whole lot of a need for me to consume saturated fat, as saturated fat and cholesterol seem to help with hormone synthesis. A natural athlete may need to get a little bit more saturated fat. I'm a little bit more concerned because PEDs increase cardiovascular disease risk, and saturated fat can also increase LDL and increase saturated fat, increase cardiovascular disease risk as well. So lean red meat, lots of micronutrition, B vitamins, heme iron, zinc, magnesium, just an array of micronutrition as opposed to eating like chicken breast. We're talking lean red meat here. Lean red meat, very safe to consume. And then we also have eggs, tons of micronutrition in eggs as well, biotin, choline. We got spinach. We also have pineapple, so fruit. I also am trying to get my carbohydrates up, and a great way to get your carbohydrates up and not just consume just sugar is naked juice, which is awesome. No fiber, but it is an array of different fruits and vegetables blended up. Probably it is an array of different fruits and vegetables blended up. So another way to get some micros in while just not getting pure sugar. Sourdough bread. Sourdough, because it is fermented, is usually tolerated a little bit better in higher volumes. So usually for breakfast, I'm having eggs and sourdough. I also got some cheddar cheese. The calcium in cheese, well, first, it's a great calcium source. Also, if you consume it alongside with iron, it actually chelates some of the iron and it doesn't allow it to get absorbed. I'm a little bit skeptical on if higher iron intakes and higher blood iron are dangerous now, as I've seen some data to the contrary, but I still have some of it, and cheese tastes good. Bell peppers as well. Here I got some canned salmon, cheaper than fresh salmon, and I was thinking about making a salmon bake with that. So I don't know if you've seen, but it's been more popular on like TikTok and Instagram, where you basically take like a lot of sushi ingredients and you basically make a bake out of it: rice, seaweed, mayo, salmon, crab meat. So I'm gonna do something like that. Teriyaki sauce, I like to marinate sometimes my steak in that and just have it with rice. Bananas as well, another fruit. And that's pretty much it that I actually bought this week. I mean, I technically bought this other stuff, but I posted about this on my Instagram. Borderlands Produce in Phoenix, they basically rescue fruits and vegetables that are potentially going to go to a landfill close to expiration date. Maybe maybe they don't look as pleasing, so they aren't likely to get sold on shelves. So they will donate to you up to 70 pounds of produce that they have rescued if you donate $15. So I donated $15, and I got a lot of stuff from them this week. So we got some cherry tomatoes, got a whole thing of Roma tomatoes as well, and I think I might make like a tomato sauce out of this or something. We'll have to see. I got this really weird looking watermelon, but I'm excited because watermelon's gotten really expensive. Got lots of eggplant. I mean, in here, I think there's about 8 eggplants. Thinking of making like eggplant parmesan or something. It's funny because I buy this exact squash at the store every week. So I got some squash, which is awesome. I really love like squash and the squash variety because they are lower FODMAP, low gas. And, you know, they also sometimes add some palatability to the food, which helps when you're eating higher volumes. There's some more squash in here. This eggplant might not be good anymore, unfortunately. It's okay. And then I don't even know what these are. I wanted to say they were cantaloupes, but I'm not even sure. Maybe some other fruit, though. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got. I got like 4 of those, about 6 eggplants, which I will cook. And I think these might be cucumbers, actually, which is awesome. So 15 bucks, and I don't know, this might be somewhere near 30 pounds of produce fresh that I would have bought otherwise. Made my grocery bill a lot cheaper. So yeah, this is pretty much what I eat in a week. I might not eat all these vegetables in a week. I might make some sauce and some other stuff out of them, but I will most likely go through most of this in 1 week as far as my nutrition goes. So I just wanted to show you that today. I'm going to actually take you through a workout later that I'm doing with a client. We're hitting legs in a few hours, so I'm going to eat, get some work done, and then I will take you through the workout.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it on the game, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity is contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer. What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to.
Alright, so I should probably intro this video. Today, I'm training with my client and friend, Karina. We're hitting glutes and hamstrings and quads, which are basically more of her target prioritized muscle groups right now, because she's getting ready for wellness competition. We started with leg press superset. She did lunges. I ended up doing sissy squat. That is feeling better. And now we're on to a hamstring curl. This machine tends to bias the stretch position. You'll notice in the video that we put the yoga mat in front of our quads. This allows us to get a better stretch under load, and the machine itself already biases that stretch position. So it's an awesome machine.
Never Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top,
I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters be trying me. But they hate from inside, you see, hate themselves in society. So I let them speak quietly, while my actions speak wider. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen. Oh, the irony to hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity?
Okay, so we just finished up. I was doing giant sets on that leg curl, and Karina was doing straight sets of 15 to 20 reps. She has a sumo squat, I believe mile rep match on the belt squat machine, and I have this being my hamstring focus day, I have a hinge. She has more glute priority in her program, and each day that I have programmed for her starts with a different leg muscle group. So I believe today was starting with quads, and she has a higher frequency about 3 times a week for most of her leg muscle groups as well, as her upper body is doesn't need any more development, and really she just needs more leg development to be competitive as a wellness competitor. Today is my hamstring focus day. Normally I start with hamstring stuff first, but since we were training together, I kind of try to make our sessions somewhat line up. So I'm doing a hinge here, and then I'll be done with hamstrings for the day. I load the top peg. The top peg loads the stretch position a little bit more. Here I step slightly back just for this machine. Toes pointed in a V. Big chest, tummy out. Push the butt back towards the back wall. Open up the hips.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work like I got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts. I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack. Everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see.
So in the last training cycle, I actually started with this, but I was training with my buddy Mike, and he brought to my attention that he feels it more in his low back when he does this first. And I was just testing it out, but I agree with him. Usually, especially with hamstrings, I have to pre-exhaust. And he's another, big, strong lifter like myself. So generally speaking, what's going to work for him, a lot of those things end up working for me as well. So sometimes it's best to get out of your own way and just, listen to things like that, because sometimes they help. So anyway, I did the giant set with hams first, which is awesome. Puts a ton of blood in my hamstrings, so that when I come to this, my low back is the limiting factor. As far as picking, loading, since I did this exercise last training cycle, I usually pick the weight that I was using about week 2, week 3, so midway through the training cycle, and I use that to start my next mesocycle. Wasn't talking much on the leg press / sissy squat superset. So I ended up trying what Karina was doing with the lunges, but it's just for lunges for me, it feels like no matter what, my legs will not fatigue, and I'll just keep going until my low back gives out. So I tried them on the first set, didn't work out, so I went back to sissy squat, which I am able to fatigue in my quads before my low back on those. She did lunges, because then she'll get a little bit of glute and quad as well. A little bit of best of both worlds there.
Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best, and manifested.
Be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits some loose shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Okay, you'll notice that Karina had these behind her lower back because when she was using it without those, she wasn't able to stretch all the way. And she has to make some modifications like the belt squat. You have to like put the plates up to be able to get more depth. So sometimes you're gonna have to get technical, especially if the machine doesn't match, you know, your structure, and you kind of have to get creative. So what she does on like the belt squat is she puts her feet up on plates so she can get more depth. And then for here, we figured putting the pads behind her back will allow her to get more of a stretch.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want.
You'll notice with calves that we rest 3 to 5 breaths. Calves, abs, forearms, they all recover pretty quickly. So instead of taking like 20 minutes doing a calf exercise, do a set, 3 to 5 breaths, and just keep going until you reach your stimulus proxies, get a good pump and disruption. All right, so we just finished up training. We did a lateral raise on the machine. That Atlantis machine is awesome. I always get a great pump from using it. So we did the mile rep match on the lateral machine, and then we went and finished off with calves. Usually my training on this day is structured a little bit differently. I actually put shoulders first and quads after hamstrings, just due to my prioritized muscle groups. But we were kind of, you know, I was kind of compromising so that we could both get a similar workout in today. So that's pretty much it. This is normally my Saturday training day, hamstring focus. And that was probably close to MAV volumes, so I will be adding volume as the mesocycle progresses. All right, guys, I hope you like the training today. I don't know what else to say. Stay tuned for more. Peace.